Hey there, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Katie Flynn, and I wanted to make this video to share my coaching story so far. I've been a coach since the end of July of 2013, so I just passed my 2-year mark, and I needed to make an updated video because a lot has changed for me, and as time goes on, my why continues to change. So today I was going to do my makeup and my hair, make this video, but I realized that this is me day to day. I work from home and my hair is always up, minimal makeup, and I'm always wearing workout clothes. So I thought I would just keep it real. But I'm going to go back in time a little first. Um, when I was younger, I was pretty much in shape because I did a lot of activities. I was a dancer. Then in high school, I played tennis. I was also on the dance line at my high school. Stayed pretty active. Never really had any weight issues in high school. Um, when I graduated from high school in 2009, I had made the decision to go to Slippery Rock University. And that year, while I was a senior, my dad had become paralyzed from a tumor in his spinal cord. So I really struggled that whole year making a decision on what I even wanted to do after high school. I was going to go to college in Florida, at Florida Gulf Coast University, but I just felt so overwhelmed with everything that was going on with my family and my dad that I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay close by. By the time that I graduated high school, my brother and my sister, who are both older than me, had already graduated from college, so it just felt like the natural progression of like, okay, now you go to college, and I was very fortunate that my grandmother wanted to help pay for that, and I just felt like, well, now it's time for me to go to college, so I went. I was very depressed when I was in school because of everything that had happened with my dad. I used that as an excuse to start, not exercising. I wasn't doing any sports or anything like that anymore. I wasn't dancing. And I was just really starting to gain the weight because of bad eating habits in school. And I was sad. I missed my family. And I was sad that I wasn't able to be close with my family while his paralysis was so new. I had like a sense of guilt at all times. So I really just kind of had all those excuses, and they were affecting me to start gaining some weight. So then I stayed at school for like 3 semesters, and I ended up dropping out of college after my 3rd semester. I stopped going to classes completely, blew it off, stayed in my dorm or my apartment, stayed in bed day after day. It was just really in a really bad, dark place. I had met my now fiance, who I'll be marrying, Josh, but he was the only good thing that I had found there. I wasn't loving school. I was still upset and sad about everything that had happened with my dad, that I just felt like I couldn't do it anymore. I was a pretty bright student in high school, and there was no excuse. I could have done college, but I just broke. And after the 3rd semester, I just realized this is not for me. I'm not going to waste any more money. I'm not going to waste any more time. I have to get out of here. So I left. I took a few months off, and I scrambled to do something with my life because I didn't want to disappoint my parents. And at any time during this, I never told my dad the reasons I was really upset and wanting to leave school, because I didn't want him to think it was his fault, because ultimately it wasn't. It was my fault, the things that had happened. But I decided then to go to cosmetology school. It was kind of just like a rush decision. I kind of was just like, okay, I'll go to cosmetology school. It's only 10 months. I can be a licensed cosmetologist, and something I can do quick, and I'll just start working in a salon. So that's what I did. And in cosmetology school, that's when I really started to gain a lot of weight. That's when I was my heaviest. I was 60 pounds, if not a little more, overweight, and I was not exercising at all. At cosmetology school, we would eat fast food. We would go on multiple Starbucks runs during the day. It was just really bad. So After I left school, that kind of continued through working in a salon. If you ever go into a hair salon, you always see the bad food sitting around, the pizza, all the bad stuff. So I never had any type of healthy lifestyle between high school and when I ultimately found Beachbody. I tried lots of crash diets. I tried lots of, the whole low carb, and then I tried the HCG diet, which is like awful, putting like drops under your tongue. You eat like 500 calories a day. I did lose weight, but obviously it was not healthy and ended up gaining it back plus some. So I was just doing all these like terrible things, and I just felt like so down about everything. I wasn't truly in love with my job, first of all, and on top of that, I looked and felt the worst I had ever felt. So that took me to April of 2013 when I had found Beachbody just by scrolling on Facebook about a challenge group. I read a post on Facebook about a challenge group, and I messaged my coach, Nikki, and I said, I really need to change. I've been doing some crash diets, and I really need to exercise. I need to do it the right way. I'm ready to commit to this, and I'm ready to be a healthier person. So that's when I started with Turbo Fire. And I told my sister, we're going to do this together, and let's just do it. So we did. It was so hard because between the two of us, we had like 110 pounds to lose. But we just kind of took it day by day, relied on the group for support, and we started to drop weight, both of us. And I got to like the second month in, it was like July, or the end of June, beginning of July, and I had hit a plateau with my weight loss. I lost about 20 pounds, still had about 40 to go, and I told Nikki, my coach, that I was just pretty frustrated and I needed to break through this plateau because I was getting frustrated. And she suggested that I start Shakeology, and at the time, I really could not afford that. It was just not in my budget. I was working in the salon like 6 days a week, but I was not being paid very well. My clientele wasn't built up enough, and I just wasn't, in a place where I could afford that. So she then presented me with coaching, and I was like, what? I was like, no, I can't coach anyone. I still have 40 pounds to lose. But she explained to me that I could at least do it for the discount, how we all hear about discount coaching and just do it for the discount for yourself. And I said, okay, I can at least do that, so let's see how this goes. So I signed on just for the discount in the beginning. No intentions of coaching whatsoever. I always crack up because my first bag of Shakeology was vanilla because it was pretty new when I had first started. And I was like, all right, let's try this meal replacement thing. And I absolutely hated it. I hated it so much. And I told Nikki, I can't do this. I'm sending it back. Like, it's disgusting. I don't want to do this. I'm canceling my membership. Like, just all this crazy stuff. And she was like, no, wait. She was very gracious to switch me bags. So she gave me her chocolate. I sent her my vanilla. And I fell in love. Still drinking it daily. But yeah, so it's kind of funny looking back that I almost bounced from the opportunity. But it took me about 2 weeks of committing to Shakeology and sharing my story, my weight loss story on social media for me to be like, okay, I think this is something that I actually can do. And I just dove in. I made no excuses. I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it the right way. So I tried to learn as much as I could from Nikki and the team and YouTube and Google and FAQ and anywhere I could. I really wanted to learn as much as I could. So I took it very seriously at that point. I worked for a whole year in the salon still while I was a coach. And at my 1 year point, I realized that I loved this job so much. I couldn't believe how I went from just wanting to do it for a discount to diving in, growing a team, running challenge groups. And I just couldn't believe how much I loved it and how much I was passionate about it and how much it was starting to surpass my cosmetology income. So I was like, I think I could do this full time. And I was so miserable at my cosmetology job that I thought, this is my opportunity. And if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to go for it. And I was terrified. I literally walked into work one day and was just like, I'm putting my 2 weeks notice in. It was just the most spur of the moment, like, okay, I'm doing this. And so I left my job August of 2014 and went full time with coaching. And like I said, it was scary. It was really scary. But my why in the beginning was always, my own personal accountability. I wanted to keep myself more accountable. I wanted to help other people, which I think in the beginning, almost every single coach is like, if you were to ask them, why do they do this? Oh, I want to help other people, which we all do always. I still want to help people every single day. But as I grew with coaching and started to grow my team and started to really brand myself and start to take my business more seriously, I realized that my why was changing, and there was other reasons why I wanted to get up every single day and work really hard. It didn't hit me until I was at leadership last year in Arizona, where I heard a speaker. Her name's Katie Ersta. You guys probably have heard her before. She spoke to us at leadership, and I can't even remember now, looking back, what she said in her speech, but whatever it was, it hit me hard because I could not stop crying. I could not hold the tears back. I was just crying and crying and crying. And we always say, you need to have a why that makes you cry. And I had felt like a whole year and a half later, or maybe a little less than that, I was like, I think it's finally happening. I'm finally realizing why I'm doing this and why I am so passionate about this. So I went back to my room that day and I got on camera and I filmed a video to send to my parents. I just broke down and I just said, I first of all just want to apologize for any times I felt like I disappointed you with the things I was doing in my life. And I know that when I left my job, it was probably scary for you guys, but I just want to make you guys proud. And I want to make something of myself that you guys are proud of. And I want to do something in my life that I'm proud of. Like when I was a young girl, like middle school, high school, I always used to think I'm going to be a business owner and I'm going to make something of myself and I'm going to be independent and I won't need a man to take care of me. And I've always thought that way. And I let those dreams kind of slip when I was in those dark places, college and cosmetology years. And I felt like a year into coaching that I had found that again and I could do something that was important to me and that was important to my future family and to show my parents that I could make something of myself and not disappoint them. And of course they came back with we were never disappointed in you. We love you. You could never disappoint us. But it's important to me because I felt like I had wasted a lot of time and wasted a lot of money and disappointed them with the things I was doing with my life. So now, 2 years into this, I just feel like my why has changed so much. I will always wake up every single morning and think that I want to do this and know that I want to do this for the right reasons of wanting to help people and wanting to inspire them to make the changes, whether it be with their lifestyle, eating habits, exercising, whatever it may be. But also now I'm super passionate about helping my team and helping people that I'm showing this coaching opportunity to, helping them find, stability in financial ways, living their life with more freedom, teaching them how to be the best versions of themselves. I'm super passionate about that. And also just realizing the potential that this business has because it's truly mind-blowing and I have to pinch myself every day and I'm extraordinarily grateful to look forward to the future for my future family and to continue to make my family proud and to make Josh proud and my future kids proud and so on and so on. Because now that the things that I'm able to do are just so different from what it used to be 2 years ago. I just bought my first home, Josh and I did together, and we were able to, with no stress, put money down on it. We're doing a lot of renovations, and we wouldn't have been able to do that, absolutely not. we probably would still be living at home or living in some small apartment paying rent, because it was just not in the cards for us if Beachbody wasn't here. So we're extraordinarily grateful for that. Josh is so supportive of this business and helps me out, and does what he can to help me grow my business too, which is amazing. And that's why I continue to just keep waking up every day with purpose and passion to hit my goals and to continue to chase after my dreams, because of all the support that I do get from him and my family. Now with Beachbody, my weekly income is roughly like 16 times more than when I was in the salon. And I only share that because of a source of motivation and inspiration that anything is possible. I mean, seriously, I'm a college dropout that made rash, stupid decisions. I did not have my head on straight. I had no clue what I was doing. And even when I started coaching, I had no clue what I was doing. But it really is possible if you want it. You just have to take it seriously, dive in, try to soak up as much as you can, and continue to work on yourself, and along the way motivate and inspire others to do the same. So those are the reasons why I keep going every single day, because I do feel like this is my reason that I'm here. I never thought that I would say that. Never thought that I would have a true purpose to be on this earth, and I really feel like I found what I'm supposed to be doing, and it makes me just again extraordinarily grateful that this opportunity came into my life. And I just hope every day I can inspire one new person to make changes, and to throw in the towel and say enough is enough, and to want more for their lives, because life is short and you shouldn't be doing anything that doesn't make you happy. And I did a lot of things that didn't make me happy for a long time, and it's not fun at all. So that's why I do this. That's why I keep plugging away every day. Thank you guys for listening. I know this is really long, and I had to edit a little part in the middle there, so sorry for the rough transition. All right, guys, thank you so much.